Imagine this scenario. You've dressed up for a meeting or an event. You look in the mirror and are satisfied with your appearance, perhaps even thrilled. Your hair is perfect, your skin looks fresh, and you feel great overall. But then someone takes a photo of you, and suddenly everything seems wrong. Your face looks somehow asymmetrical, your smile seems odd, and you don't remember dressing that way. I think many of us have experienced this phenomenon, but we still struggle to explain why it happens every time. My name is Quincy, and in this video I'm going to explain why you sometimes look ugly, and why this could be a problem. I hope you're ready. Let's jump right in. The psychology of familiarity. First, let's take a closer look at why we perceive ourselves differently in photos compared to the mirror. One of the main reasons for this discrepancy lies in the so-called mere exposure effect. This effect suggests that we tend to like things that are familiar to us. This applies not only to objects or people, but also to our own reflection. We see ourselves in the mirror every day, always from the same angle. This habit leads us to accept our reflection as the correct or normal image of ourselves. Any deviation from this, such as a photo showing us from an unfamiliar angle, can seem disconcerting and foreign. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology investigated this phenomenon. In an experiment, participants were shown two images of themselves, a normal photo and a mirrored image that matched their daily reflection. So, what was the outcome? Most people preferred their mirrored image. That means the one they were most familiar with. However, their friends found the regular photo more appealing, as it matched how they saw the person in everyday life. This experiment shows that we prefer our mirror image due to constant repetition. It is familiar, and the familiar is often perceived as more pleasant. But when we see ourselves in a photo, we are presented with the perspective that others have of us, and this deviation can unsettle our self-image. A natural reason for discomfort. Just remember, no human face is perfectly symmetrical. Even those we find particularly attractive have subtle differences between the left and right sides of their face. Regularly looking in the mirror accustomed us to these small inconsistencies, but only from a specific perspective. In photos, however, we are often captured from unfamiliar angles, and suddenly these natural asymmetries appear much more pronounced. This can make us feel unflattering in pictures, even though it's just a different perspective. The influence of light and camera. In addition to perspective, light plays a crucial role. Anyone who has ever taken a selfie knows how dramatically light can affect the final result. Soft, even light makes the skin look smooth and even, while harsh light highlights every imperfection and shadow. Our brain compensates for these effects when we look in the mirror. It automatically adjusts for unflattering shadows and helps us maintain our usual image of ourselves. The camera, however, is unforgiving. It captures every detail, whether flattering or not. That's why we often feel disappointed by photos, especially when the lighting is unfavorable. The snapshot. Another aspect that affects our perception of photos is how photos are taken. The camera captures our face in a single moment, often a moment when we are surprised, tense, or unprepared. Our facial muscles may not be relaxed, and we might show an expression we don't consciously notice. This snapshot is often far from how we see ourselves in the mirror, where we have time to observe our face and control our expression. But still, why is my nose so big? Well, there are technical factors that affect how we look in photos. The angle at which a photo is taken can visually distort the face. Front cameras, especially on smartphones, tend to make certain facial features, like the nose or forehead, appear larger. This is due to the camera's proximity to the face and the so-called facial distortion effect. One might think that photos taken by others provide a realistic and authentic representation of how you actually look. And yes, a photo shows you as others see you. However, the accuracy also depends on how the photo was taken. The angle, lighting, camera quality, and even the type of camera can influence the image. This can lead to you looking different each time when comparing various photos. So, neither mirror images nor photos can provide a realistic representation of your appearance. Is there even an alternative? Well, yes, but actually no. There are still recordings of yourself. I mean those captured by others. These recordings offer a unique blend of familiarity and objectivity, capturing both motion and expression, which can create a more comprehensive view of ourselves. Unlike photos, they showcase our gestures and demeanor in real time, making us appear more relatable and authentic. However, they still face similar issues. Factors like camera angle and lighting can lead to unflattering visuals, just as with photographs. The search for the perfect image. The dissatisfaction with how we perceive ourselves in photos, often viewing them as less flattering than our mirror image, has increasingly pushed many towards social media. Here, we have greater control over our self-presentation, allowing us to carefully select the best versions of our images and apply filters and edits to achieve an idealized look.
Wow.
In today's digital age, it's no longer about portraying ourselves as authentically as possible. Instead, the pursuit of physical perfection has taken center stage, especially on social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, which constantly encourage us to share images of ourselves. The front camera on our smartphones allows us to take and post selfies at any time. Many people spend a significant amount of time trying to capture the perfect selfie so they can match their beauty ideals. And this process can provide a temporary boost in self-esteem, as suggested by studies such as Meier and Gray's research. Posting a particularly flattering photo often results in positive feedback through likes and comments. However, the ongoing pressure to always appear flawless can distort one's self-image over time and even lead to psychological stress. A growing trend in this context is called looks-maxing. This term refers to the practice of optimizing one's appearance through various means, whether it's skincare routines, fitness, or even cosmetic procedures. With so many idealized images circulating on social media, the desire to maximize one's looks has driven many, particularly younger users, to embark on intense self-improvement regimens. Some may view it as a path to greater confidence. Looks-maxing can also fuel the belief that one's natural appearance is inadequate. And this can push people to extreme measures in order to meet society's beauty standards. So, what can we take away from this? The reasons why we often don't find ourselves attractive in photos are quite complex. They range from a simple trick our brain plays on us, since we spend more time looking at ourselves in the mirror, to the distorted beauty ideals conveyed to us through selfies and social media. It's important to remember that neither our appearance nor our social media presence needs to define our self-image. The more we accept ourselves, the more comfortable we feel in our own skin. Beauty is more than just the perfect photo. It's the self-confidence we radiate when we embrace who we truly are. In the description, you'll find a source that analyzes the topic in more detail. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content. Otherwise, take care and see you soon.